Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Pastor P's podcast, man. It's your boy. We back in the building, man. Today we're gonna talk a little bit more about politics, man. We're gonna stay on the politics for a minute. Going back in with Kamala and Trump, see what they talking about, man. See what the latest is since this DNC National Convention took place last week. You know, we got 72 days until election. What they talking about? What did we get? What did we hear? Let's discuss. So starting straight off, I feel like there's a couple things that could have been said. I think I'm gonna give you what I think they could have said to you know what I mean, get some people on their side, and then what did they say and all that. So I think she really focused on her agenda to build up the middle class, which is, you know, that's always a good thing. Sounds good. Everybody should have the opportunity to buy a house and, you know, things like that. And she really focused in on what her plans is to build up the middle class and how she plans to, like, build 3 million new housing units. I believe the number was 3 million new housing units. And her plan is to, like, have more people be able to buy houses or build houses for their families or whatever, right? So it's going to be a bunch of tax credits, you know, to support that. And that's all good. That's totally all good. But when I hear that, I can't help but think of, because I feel like it's more people that's lower class than it is middle class, right? So, yeah, we're going to help out the middle class and all that, but how do we get people to the middle class? Like, people, it's a lot of people in a lower level of that they always start at middle class. But there's a lot of people that's not middle class, you know, so they don't get no tax incentives. They don't get no tax breaks or anything like that. Like, it's just, if you are what they consider to be middle class, then you get these discounts on the tax credits on the mortgage type thing. Like, so when they say middle class, I'm saying it sounds like they excluding lower class, upper class, right? And they focusing in on what we want to focus on, the middle class. The people that's forgotten about. That's how they present it. Like, what about the poorer people, the like real poor people that, you know, just living in public housing, Section 8. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, is this the same thing? Is she talking about the same people? That's what I don't know. But like I said, it is a good idea, like, because the housing market, everything is pretty messed up right now. So it is a good thing to get some assistance, get some acknowledgement that things are hard once you do cross that threshold and then call yourself providing for your family. It just gets harder and harder. So I understand and I appreciate what she's doing, but all I'm saying is it's a lot more people that might need a little boost to get to there. You know what I mean? So I don't know what we're supposed to do about that, because you can't get one thing and then be like, well, we really needed something else, because we need both, I guess, but I guess this one should come first, so that when it do trickles down to help out the poorer people, excuse me, it'll be more room. Like, people now that's getting this assistance will be elevated, and then by the time the other people are up there to get into this little situation, then it'll be room, and it won't be so overwhelming to the system that then it'll be like price gouging or nothing like that. So feel another one coming. What the heck? Okay, yeah. So the more I talk myself through it, the more I kind of understand it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Is this a good approach? I think it's a good approach, but then I think it's exclusive. I mean, it's not inclusive. It's not gonna help out everybody, which is, I guess, is selfish or something. Like, I want it to be for everybody, not just myself. So it's the opposite of selfish. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I think that is something that is going to help her campaign, help their campaign. But I didn't really hear them talk about anything that people really been talking about lately, like the economy, or like the like what's the plan for, like, okay, so I'll give you an example. So people, I'm sure you heard it. I'm sure people said it. You probably feel this way. People say that, man, if you think back, we was getting money when Trump was in office. They like, hey man, when Trump was in office, things was sweet. That's how people feel. And for some reason they think when Trump get back in office, things will go back to how they was with him. They say because he's such a good businessman, he ran the country like a business, and money was flowing. Okay, so that's what the expectation of Trump is. Like, they don't want to hear about building up the middle class. They want to hear about how they gonna put their foot on the neck of these companies that's taxing us and then going overseas or whatever. You know what I mean? All that stuff Trump was doing, that putting tariffs on everybody and making them pay extra high if they move their company out of the country. All of that type of stuff. That's what people want. That's what people want to hear. And if it ain't that, then they want to hear what's been thrown in our faces so much, which is the border crisis. People want to hear about this border crisis. But like I said, though, all I really wanted was a plan. You know what I mean? So I did get a plan from Miss Harris. Notes. But I did get a plan from her, though. And that's what I'm talking about. See, with Trump and them, they ain't necessarily laying out no plans. They just kind of going off of what they went off before. You know what I mean? And just cussing people out, you know, and talking crazy to them. Like, that's all they really doing. They ain't really put out a plan. Only thing I heard about from these people is the Project 2025, which is a whole nother story. And believe me, we gonna get down to that. But that's that's the only plan I really hear from these guys is Project 2025 and all these like nefarious plans they got to like take over the world or whatever. That's all you really get from them. But anyway, so this housing crisis. So she planned to build 3 million, have 3 million houses built and available for people over the next 4 years, you know what I mean, to boost the housing market. She plans to give tax credits to these new homeowners trying to purchase. I think it's something like $2,500. I don't know the numbers for real. It might be $25,000 tax. I don't know. That sounds crazy. But anyway, she giving tax credit to the new buyers, new homeowners. It'll be a tax credit for like households that make a certain amount and that have children and whatever, you know. And then that's the different from the earned income credit. It's the other tax credit for the children. But then the earned income credit, she bringing that back to for people who don't have kids, single people who don't make enough but don't have kids. They'll get the EIC back, which I remember getting the EIC, and that was I used to love that. That was a good boost for a young person. You know what I mean? Whatever. Okay. So those are some things that people really want to hear about that's going to affect your bottom line either way it goes. So that was a good solid layout. You know what I mean? And then the whole week was star-studded. And oh my goodness, when she brought the Obamas out, just go ahead and drop the mic. Just drop the mic, man. When she brought the Obamas out, man, it was all the way on and popping, man. Michelle tore it up. I heard a lot of people talking, but you know what? Look, I don't know what to tell you. Michelle and Barack Obama are different. They different. They these type of people. I don't know. They're just different. They're not like me. They're not like my wife. These people, they different, man. And they, this is who, like people dog them out. And I just don't understand how could you get that from that? Like what we all saw them do and say at the Democratic National Convention this year is way beyond anybody's expectation that they would have had from those people. And then, like, nobody expected them to, they don't have, the way they approach their authenticity, the way they speak, the way they can just draw you in and bring you in and relate with you and make jokes in the progress. Like, they just different. So that was like super mic drop. You know what I mean? Super mic drop. So I think they did their thing when it comes to the convention and getting the message out there of what they trying to do and what they gonna do and all that. But now here comes the dirty part of the fight. These are the dirty rounds that's coming up now because, like I said, 72 days left to election, and they about to get down and dirty. They about to go through a little couple small little stops throughout the states. Then September 10th will be here before you know it, 16 days away. September 10th will be here. The big debate between these two gonna happen, and then we gonna see what happens. I'm wondering if Trump is gonna crumble. Is he gonna crumble? Because he running out of ammo. I think he running out of ammo. I ain't heard no insults lately, but I think old boy running out of ammo, man. Like, I know, like, a lot of people will say, like I said, a lot of people say the economy was in much better shape with Trump. Maybe. I just can't sit here and deny it, but I ain't gonna, like, cause Trump is such a liar. What would make me believe that? I mean, the man said his crowd was bigger than Martin Luther King March on Washington speech. Like, come on, man. Like, what? So why would I believe you when you say it was because of you that the economy was doing so good? Like, that's exactly what you would say. And if it was doing bad, you would blame your predecessor. Right? I mean, that's your playbook. Like Coach Wild say, man, we know the playbook. We done seen the playbook, bro. You can't run the same plays on us. And I don't know if Trump got another. Do he got a trick up his sleeve? I don't think so. I think that bullet was a trick up his sleeve. And then he didn't know that Biden and them still had spades. You know what I mean? He thought he just ran the table, but they was cutting still. Next book, they chopped it up like, whoa. Now he's stunned. He don't know what to do, bro. I really feel that way. And his partner, Mr. Vance, JD Vance, is just, so, like, I judge people. I look at you and I can kind of read you, how you are. It might take a minute. So off initial, everybody got the benefit of the doubt. But once I get to know your character or whatever, I can kind of see what type of person you are. I feel like everybody can do that, but I'm just saying that's how I move. You know what I mean? So I look at a motherfucker, analyze them, boom, 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 might watch them a little bit, and I know what type of person that is. And I know for sure JD Vance is a faker. he's a faker, bro. He's a faker, man. Go along to get along type of dude. You know what I mean? You can tell when he's sitting up there with the smile on. It's like he's told himself in his mind, you're a big dude. You don't want to seem aggressive. So, like, try to cheer it up, you know? And he's like, yeah, like, bro, quit faking, dude. Just be yourself. And then, like, I feel like all of his arguments, his whatever, is just because that's what side he's on at the time. It's not necessarily his feelings, his thoughts. It's his thoughts, but it's not how he really feels. He just feels that way because he on that side now. It's like, I can't trust him. I don't trust him. You know what I mean? Because one moment he'll say, if he was on the side that didn't, that wanted to, what they used to say, defund the police. If he was in the party that wanted to defund the police, he would be out there giving you all the facts on why the police should be defunded. And then he'll switch right over and go to like pro-police and give you all the facts on why the police should be here. And it's like, bro, he doing both with the same facial expression, same smiley face. You can believe me, I'm sincere. Yeah, bro. When you come from the game, bro, you just don't fall for that type shit. Dude a faker. That's all I got on him, man, for real. He a faker. That's all I got out of him. Coach Wall's gonna chew him up. Pause. He gonna chew him up, though. And get him out of here, man. He gonna see JD gonna have adolescent shit to say. Dude could have been his coach. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's that big of an age difference, but you know what I'm saying? Tim Wall's gonna son that dude, bro. He gonna son him. So that's a scrape, I think. Vance can't fuck with Walls. Now, what is Trump gonna do with Kamala? Because right now, she winning and she ain't said a word because he keep talking and he ain't saying shit. Oh boy, shit's so funny sometimes. Anyway, man. Yeah, what we at? So that's it's been a nice little episode, man. Thanks for tuning in with your boy, man. Oh, trying to get a refill on coffee. Anyway, you live. Like I said, man, this is the Path to Peace podcast. I'm your boy Dante. It's been real. Until next time, I love you guys. Peace.